Hello, good morning. This is Dr. Coolant. You have a car problem where your car rough idles and hesitate upon acceleration when you step on the gas pedal. Then stay tuned because information which I'm going to be giving you today is going to be assisting you to solve the problem. And I'm going to be discussing this prior to. Actually, I'm going to be describing it. I'm going to be explaining it in three: American cars, European cars, and Asian cars. But some of Asian cars can have almost the same symptoms with American cars. So without further ado, let's get to it. And when you start your car up, let's say for this, okay, the rough idle we're talking about here is where the needle goes like as if you want to go down. You can see it right here. It's not responding as I'm accelerating. It's not really responding, it's missing fire, right? Now that is the first point there. Misfire can cause a rough idle. And what is misfire? Let me still go ahead and try to. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? So it's not really responding, it's hesitating. But this is the only time it responded. So this is a case study of a rough idle on startup and hesitation upon acceleration. So you can hear that. I wish I could be able to let me accelerate, then put the camera where you can be able to get. Okay, so upon this, I'm having a flashing light there. My coolant is low, so I'm gonna be topping it off later. But here, the first thing that can actually cause this kind of a problem is a defective fuel pump. Let me shut this engine down. You can hear that. So on this case here, it's not doing a rough idle, but when you step on the gas pedal, it's hesitating. So I'm gonna explain some other things which you also need to know in some other video because I want to make this one brief. So let me shut it off. A bad fuel pump can actually cause that. A clogged fuel filter can also cause that. Then if this happens most often times, okay, yeah, then the next thing also you want to actually look out for, pop the hood open. Okay, when coming onto the hood, if you are not getting any trouble code or any check engine light, then there is every tendency that your map sensor, if suppose yours is equipped with map sensor, as you can see here, is actually doing its job. Other problem that can actually cause it also is a leak within this vacuum line. If suppose you have your mass airflow sensor here and any leakage after the mass airflow sensor down to the throttle body is not accepted. Now that's another factor also which you need to consider, a vacuum leak. We often talk about vacuum leak and most of you don't know what vacuum leak can actually cause. Vacuum leak can actually cause a lot of engine underperformance, which you can actually be thinking that it's actually a very big deal to solve, or you know, because it's not actually showing up and it's not actually pretty much showing up on the dashboard. You're going to be feeling that it's supposed to be having some trouble code. It's not every time, because for unmetered air that goes into this place here, for cars that are equipped with a mass airflow sensor, because this one here is not equipped with mass airflow sensor. Now let's talk about cars that are equipped with map sensor. For this map sensor here, there are a lot of vacuum lines that goes in there. So you want to make sure that all these vacuum lines, brake booster lines especially, brake booster lines are also known to come apart and create some sort of a problem in some sort of a rough idle in cars. Don't forget what I said at the context of this very video. Then other thing also you want to look out for is your spark plug wire leads. That's for those ones that have a combination ignition packs that are not a single in their own domain. Then okay, when we talk about the map sensor, you want to make sure that there is no any air leaks within these regions, and they have a pressure valve, a PCV valve. Thank you. A very bad PCV valve for most European models are known to be causing a rough idle. So you want to make sure that you check it. The PCV valve for this 1.6 is right underneath this intake manifold. If it is torn apart, it's going to be actually making the car to be going up and coming down, going up and coming down. That's a rough idle, as you might also know it. Then for European models also, you also want to make sure, because for this very reason here, many VW that I've come across from Make 3, Make 4, now this is Make 5. I'm certain that VW actually got it wrong, except you have to be, you know, when the parts start getting aged, you have to remove it and get a brand new one. But in as much as you're trying to get some from the junkyard, 90% cause of VW cars rough idling or hesitation upon acceleration is this guy right here, the throttle body. The throttle body here, because VW actually combined a lot of stuffs here. The IATC is embedded here. The idle air control valve is embedded here aside the throttle body. Then the throttle position sensor is also embedded in this very device here. So I am using this opportunity to tell some of you guys who have VW that 90% cause of your rough idle in most cases is actually this guy right here. Because if this guy is not here, I mean, with a lot of electronics control systems that have been merged up here, actually most oftentimes contribute to that rough idle that I'm actually talking about right here. So in Asia model, just like I told you guys that I'm going to be discussing it about European and Asia model, they have idle air control valve. The idle air control valve, when it gets clogged up, it does make a car hesitate upon acceleration. It does create a rough idle. Then we are not even done out of this. You are not out of this woodwork yet. When I'm saying you are not out of this woodwork yet, you shouldn't forget to check the coolant temperature sensor. But that, if suppose it's defective, it should be throwing a trouble code. But in some case, if they have not reached up to the threshold parameters which they have actually coded the ECU to be able to note as a fault, then it's not going to throw any trouble code. So the best way to actually diagnose it using a scan tool is to go through your live stream data and compare the temperature readings you're getting there, and you're going to be getting a thermometer to insert inside this guy right here, just like mine is complaining just now that the coolant is low. You want to insert it here and take the temperature reading that you're getting here. Let's see if it is true. Yeah, it's actually low. You can see it is very low. So I'm going to top it up. So if you take the temperature reading here, which most oftentimes can actually vary, but if you actually want to take the right temperature reading, you want to pull out some of these holes here while the engine is running. You don't want to do this on Peugeot because it's going to introduce air into the system and it's going to become a time bomb. So when you take the temperature reading here using a thermometer, compare the reading you're getting on your live stream data on this very coolant temperature. If they are about the same, if they are, I mean, the discrepancies is not more than 2 degrees or 3, then that's okay. But if it's about 10, then you have to replace this coolant temperature sensor, even if the system didn't find it very faulty, right? I'm trying to keep this video very, very short. And that is funny enough, I think it has even gotten quite much more than I was actually thinking. Now, before I go, let me use this to crown this up. Rough idle also cannot be totally talked about without mentioning the injectors. You have to service your injectors. All right, a lot of things actually contribute to rough idle, but don't forget everything which I've mentioned here. Service your injectors, change your air filters, change your spark plug leads. If suppose yours have a spark plug lead, then check for misfiring in the cylinder, because if there is a misfire in any of the cylinder, just like I told you at the contents of this very video, there's gonna be a rough idle, a serious rough idle, and there's gonna be a serious hesitation when you step on the gas pedal. Sometimes I do actually take a look at it and say that most videos that you see that is actually 4 minutes, 3 minutes trying to talk about rough idle, they didn't most often times give you the right information or the right ingredient that you need to know about rough idle, and therefore that topic is not well treated. I believe they are not seasoned mechanics, and therefore they can't give you all this chunk and comprehensive information which I'm giving you right now concerning a rough idle on hesitation upon acceleration. So I'm going to be catching you next on the episode on the rough idle, on startups, and what you should do. I'm going to be trying as much as possible to be brief as far as much as possible. So thank you for watching. I'm going to catch you later. Bye for now.